Hi guys, it's Callum here from Total Endurance. So just a quick video to chat you through the Hoka Mach 5 for those who maybe don't know it very well. So yeah, Mach 5, it's one I actually personally run in a lot, and absolutely love it for quite a few different reasons. So in terms of the category of the shoe, it starts getting a little bit more into, I would say, a responsive category. So if you compared it to Clifton, it's a very plush kind of cushion shoe. Mach 5 starts getting that little bit better for those faster tempo runs, that type of thing. So a couple of reasons for that. So the cushioning is something called Pro Fly. So it really just means that there's two layers of cushioning to it. So we have this really soft kind of upper layer, which feels great in terms of impacting, still takes in, absorbs a little bit of the road, but it's actually followed by this white section that you see, which is a slightly firmer rubberized EVA foam. And it just makes it that little bit more responsive. So having that firmer section underneath is what gives you that kind of firm push off, just so when you are needing to run that little bit faster, it allows it. So soft directly below your heel, and then that firm layer under below. Speaking of kind of the outsole of it, it's quite unique in a sense that it doesn't have a typical kind of rubber outsole on the bottom. So Clifton 9 is this kind of durabrasion rubber that they used. This is rubberized EVA foam, so there's rubber that goes through this kind of white kind of mid outsole that you can see. So what that does, it means they don't need to add a rubber outsole on it, and it just gives the shoe that kind of extra durability for you to do those tempo runs. A couple of things to think about with it not having that rubber outsole. If you do land really heavily on your heel, you don't have the best gait, you typically find that you wear shoes out quite quickly. Because it doesn't have that rubber kind of outsole on it, that type of person is unlikely to get a huge amount of miles out of this shoe. So I would be saying if you liked it, I would be thinking about just using it for those faster sessions, just so you get a bit of a kind of longer lifespan out of the shoe. In terms of other things, for a slightly faster tempo shoe, it's a surprisingly kind of wide base to it. So although it's quite a minimal shoe, it still feels nice and stable. So we've actually had a lot of people, if they need a little bit of stability in a normal stability shoe, having that wider platform, it makes it still like a pretty stable shoe. In terms of the upper, it's just getting that little bit thinner, a little bit more breathable. I absolutely love the tongue on it. It's a slightly thinner, but the shape just feels like it wraps the top of my foot kind of really well. So from that point of view, yeah, it's really nice. Again, it's one of these early stage meta rockers, so if you do happen to be landing a little bit in your heel, this kind of curve shape that you see, it's just going to help transition you onto your forefoot. It's also, because they don't have this rubber outsole on the bottom, ridiculously light. So like the men's version comes in around 230 grams, so that's, yeah, very light. So yeah, maybe if you're someone who quite likes kind of minimal shoes, this might actually feel quite soft in comparison. So if you like those minimal shoes, it's a potential option for you. Maybe you've got a longer kind of class as a plodding shoe and you need something to do those faster sessions in, or a track session, that's where the Mach 5 is going to come in really well. So yeah, that's the Hoka Mach 5.